Hello everybody, it's Anne from Anne's Stampin' Up. Welcome to another card making day here in Simcoe, Ontario, where I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you live in Canada and you don't have your own demonstrator, you can shop with me. You can reach me at StampsNTea@gmail.com, or my demonstrator website is StampsNTea.stampinup.net. So welcome everybody. Today we're going to use the focus of the card today is the Full of Life Designer Series paper. It's going to be a little bit different today. I'm going to try and make a very simple, a medium and a very detailed card. We'll see how the time goes. I'll turn the camera down and we'll get started. This is what we've got for today. This is the package of Designer Series paper. It's called Full of Life, and it's got beautiful colors in and beautiful patterns, some starbursts, and then you've got some sort of watercolors on the back. You got stripes, you've got squares, you got circles, different sizes, you know, larger squares, smaller squares, larger circles, smaller circles, all beautiful papers, and a whole host of colors, too many to mention, that all mix and match well together. You can see an example here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors at least in there, maybe 7, probably 7 colors in there, but see how they all work together. So we're going to use these sheets of paper. Now I've got 3 sheets of paper because as I said, I'm going to try and make a simple card, a medium card and a detailed card. I have to remember to keep these papers all going the same way so that the cards all look similar but different when we're finished. That's just my supplies. We've got a lovely stamp set here called Sweetly Scripted. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentiments, long, skinny, scripty sentiments. It's $33 to order online, and it's a beautiful set. It's a lovely set. So we're going to use that today. We're also going to use this Dotted Circles 3D embossing folder. This is a huge folder. It's about 6 by 9, I think. Huge folder. So you could do, like for scrapbook pages, you know, you could really do a nice side for your page if you wanted to. Or we're just going to use sort of the center part of this, and I'll show you that in a minute. So the basic supplies. Every card has a 6 by 6 piece of paper, and we have Berry Burst for the card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, gives you a standard card. We've got a black mat which is 5 1/4 by 4, will give us a nice little border around the pattern paper on each card. And we've got this beautiful striped piece of paper. We've got a scrap. It's about 3/4 of an inch wide, and I think, what color is that? Not lemon lolly, it is lemon lime twist, because it sort of goes right across the card and it goes with everything. It's about 3/4 of an inch wide, and it's probably 8.5 because I just cut a strip off the end of a piece of card, and that's what we're going to use to stamp the happy birthday on soon. So we've got that. So then we've got this, so every envelope has the same, that we might just add little bits to it at the end, you know. We've also got these older dots. They're called black rhinestone jewels. They're just little black jewels that we're going to use on the card. Okay, so let's get started. We need to cut this piece of card. So because this mat is 5 1/4 by 4, we want to cut this so that it just has a nice narrow little border so that it will back this piece of card nicely. So I'm going to cut this 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to cut this to 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and I want the stripes to go up and down on the card. So 3 7/8. There, we've cut it. This piece here is going to decorate the flap on the envelope if we decide to. So 3 7/8 and 5 1/8. There. Now let's just check that before we go any further. That's just going to give us a nice tiny little border. Let me move the cutter. Tiny little border around the card. Okay, so that's the first one. While we've got the cutter out, we're going to cut all 3 pieces of the designer series paper. Okay, so 3, let's get it right, let's make sure we're all the same. 3 7/8, yes, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 by, yep, 5 1/8. And we should have one more piece. Yep, 3 7/8, 5 1/8. There. So we've got 3 pieces of card exactly the same, so that you'll be able to see what I do in addition on the last 2 cards is how I want to put that. I'm not sure if that's good grammar, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick that in there and that in there, and we've got 3 kits ready to go. So this is the first one. As I said, these pieces here, these long pieces, can go on the flap of the envelope if you want to. I think they could, they look nice. Let's do one just so you'll see what I mean. I get my silicone mat out here. Now if you remember, when you do an envelope, you always, when you're going to decorate an envelope with paper, open the envelope up so that it doesn't seal when you put this piece of DSP down on it. And I'm just going around the edge like that, and then I'll give it a little squirt in the middle. I'm going to take this and just push it up towards the crease in the envelope, at the top of the envelope. Press it down, turn this over. That's the back of this paper, by the way. It's also fun. It's a really super set of papers in this package. So we've done one envelope. We're going to set it to one side to dry. Now we're going to take this piece of cardstock. Oh, I didn't need that for this. This piece of cardstock, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the big stamp, the happy birthday stamp. We've got some memento ink, which is just a plain black ink. This card's great for beginning stampers. It's great for experienced stampers. So this is my stamp. Now, because it's a long stamp and a big stamp, I'm going to stamp the ink onto the stamp. Okay, make sure it's really well inked. And I'm just going to take this and put it right across. Wait a minute, I need a piece of paper. Oops. Piece of paper. This will do, just so that I don't get this ink all over my mat. And I'm just going to stamp this right across the center of the card. Like that. Trying not to rock the stamp, trying not to move the stamp. Lovely, lovely. Give that stamp a wipe and we'll use it again in a minute. So there's that part. So what we're going to do next, we're going to mount this piece onto the black. Oh, I do need that, sorry. We're going to mount this piece onto the black. Liquid adhesive. Come on, stand up. That'll do. This piece is going on the black, which just has about a 1/16 of an inch all the way around, just a tiny little border so that you can see, so just so that it sort of separates it from the background card, which is this beautiful berry burst. That's going to go on there like that, and you've got about an 1/8 of an inch all the way around on there. We can use liquid adhesive again. Pop that on here. Just whoops, and I slid it there. I'm going to pick it up and do it again because I need to slide it over. That's the beauty of liquid adhesive. You've got a second or two if your card happens to move. Just give it a good press now. There we are. Now, so that you could write inside this card, I would also add a piece of white, which is 5 1/4 by 4, so that you can write on, but I'm not going to do that today. So that's basically the first card. We've got these little gems, and all I'm going to do, whoops, let me use the other end, is pick up 3 little gems and just go 1, 2 and 3. They were one simple card finished. That's the first card, so I'm just going to set it to one side. We're going to keep going. Second card, same idea, except that we're going to use the embossing folder on this card. We're going to emboss this piece of DSP. We're going to put this right in the center. We're going to line it up so that when you've got it in here, your corners are even, so that you've got the pattern, the big circle in the center, and everything else is even. So let me just see. Just looking at that, I need to turn it sideways, I think. Okay, we'll do it this way so that we can see what we're doing. We've opened the folder, we're looking at the dots behind, and I've left my mat there so that you can see where the dots are. Okay, so we've got even space on either side. We've got, I think, even space top and bottom now. Right, now I'm just going to close this, run over to the embossing cut and emboss machine, and I'll be right back. So what we have now is this piece of striped paper with a pattern on it. There. So you can see you've got the dots going around, and it's off a little bit on my dots, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. So here we go again. We're going to mount this on the piece of basic black. I'm going to use liquid glue again and just go right around the outside. You might have to give it a little bit more glue this time, liquid glue, because you've got parts of the paper that don't touch, you know, because it's been embossed. It doesn't touch the black piece behind it. And again, we've got about a 1/16 of an inch going all the way around. Now when you've embossed something and you've glued it, you're gluing it down to your cardstock, you know you have to press it down, but don't press too hard because you don't want to squash the embossing out. You see, that worked well. We've got a sentiment here that we need to stamp. Same sentiment, the happy birthday. My piece of paper so I don't mess everything up. Now we've got a piece of 3/4 of an inch lemon lime twist, I think it's called, cardstock here, and we're going to stamp the sentiment on that piece of cardstock. I'm gonna have to move this towards me so I can get my head right over this and make sure I get it on the card. I think that should do. Yep, that'll do. So this piece, excuse me, I'm going to put this on here like we did before. Give it some glue. Have I got this going the same way up? Where's my first card? Nope. I gotta turn it this way. And this time we have about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Whoops, I slid that again. I think it's because I'm trying to go too fast. I'm rushing a little bit this morning, trying to get 3 cards in instead of 1. There we go. Okay, now this piece we're just going to put across the center of the card. We're going to trim it so that it's not as wide as the card, because we want to see the nice black border all the way around. Scissors. So let's have a look. We want the happy birthday in the center, so I'm going to cut it off about here. And then I'm going to look at this side and cut it off about the same distance from the words, which is maybe not quite 1 inch. There. And I'm going to make sure that fits inside, and it does. And I'm just going to notch this. I'm going to cut in about 1/4 inch maybe, and then cut the corners from the corner to the notch. Of the pieces, and we'll do the same on this side, about 1/4 inch right in the center. There, there, there and there. We're going to pop this up on 2 or 3 dimensionals. Just like that. We're going to set this across the middle of the card. Let me see, where am I? Where are my dots? Here and here. There. We're going to take black dots again. Glue on the back of there. And I think this time we're just going to pop the black dots. What do we want? Well, let's put them just down. 1, 2, 3. There you are. So there's your second card. Here's your first card. Very plain and simple, clean lines, clean looking. This one here, the only difference is we put the sentiment up on a piece of cardstock, and we embossed this with this circular die. Same card, same supplies, just a little bit different. So now for the last one, glue on my fingers. For the last one, we're going to do the same thing again. We could also decorate the envelope. I'll do that afterwards when I'm finished, so that I'm not wasting any time. So now we've got the last card, and here's the kit again. We're going to emboss this piece like we did for the first 2 cards. We've got a piece of black ribbon here for this one, and we've got the piece to go across the center. We have this piece of black to go on here like this. Let's see what we can do with this card. Okay, we're going to take this piece, and put it in the embossing folder and line it up so that we've got a nice circle going all the way around. We got lines there, lines there, lines there, lines there. And I'm just going to take this over to the embossing machine and I'll be right back again. Okay, so there's that. So we've got this piece nicely embossed again. So we're going to mount this on the piece of basic black, about a 1/16 of an inch all the way around. And again, you know, a little extra glue because it doesn't touch in all the spots. This piece on here. I'll put this down. There, like that. And then we've got this piece of black ribbon which is going to go right across the center. It's just a piece of black sparkly ribbon, a scrap. It's about maybe 6 inches or so. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it right across the center, just like that. So I need to turn my card over, find my tape roll runner, and I'm going to put just a strip like that and a strip like that, something like that. I'm going to lie this right across the middle of my card, wrap it around, just like that. There, just like that. So, and it's just glued at the back, a little bit of glue on either side, tape runner on either side. There it is, right in the middle of my card. Now again, I've got my 3/4 inch piece of lemon lime twist. There's my stamp. I've lost the stamp. Not a good time to lose the stamp. There we go. Just ink it up really nicely. Good press. Lovely. No, we've got a little smudge in there that I don't like. I must have rocked my stamp, so I'm just going to turn this over. Just make sure my stamp's dry. Up again. Press this down. That's better. That's better. I think twisted my stamp a little bit on the first side and I've got a little smudge there that I don't like, so here it is here, done nicely. Now I'm going to cut this off again and make it a shorter stamp, and I'm just going to cut it off, see, again about a 1/2 inch, whoops, maybe a little more than 1/2 inch from the end of the letters either side. We'll give it a little notch, about a 1/4 inch in. I've got a little notch there that will just trim out, little piece there. I'll do the same on this side. Whoops. I think I've lost the point on my snips. That's going to be sad. So there's my happy birthday again. Let's finish the card. Let's put this together. This is going on here which way, with the yellow at this side. Okay, liquid adhesive. Sure I get this on the card going the right way. The yellow is at the left, and I've got about 1/8 of an inch all the way around on each side. There. Yep. There we go. Now we've got a happy birthday to go on here, and I need some dimensionals. One, 2, and 3. Did I get that? No. 1, 2, and 3. Goodness. And we're just going to set this right in the middle like that, so it's the same as the other two cards. There. Is that straight? Let me look. Oh, not quite. What I am going to do, so that my ribbon doesn't lift, I'm going to stick a little glue dot underneath the center of my ribbon. I'm just picking it off my roll with my pokey tool here, and I'm just going to lift this and set the glue dot down in there. There, that'll help keep everything in place. So now I need some dots on this, but first what I'm going to do with this card is I'm going to take a Wink of Stella pen. It's just a clear glitter pen, and I'm just going to colour over the bigger dots, and I'm not really being careful. I'm just doing a strip around here like that, and I just keep shaking my pen to make sure my glitter is coming out. The glitter is hard to see, but it's just another little addition to your card. Can I see that? Yes, I can. I'm not sure you can. Let me see. No, you can't really see it, but actually it's quite a nice little effect on the card. And everybody should have a Wink of Stella pen in their collection, I tell you. Clear, let me see if I can. It just does beautiful little things. That's working better. And I'm just doing the top of the bigger dots. You can maybe see it glistening, picking up there a little bit when the light hits it. Wink of Stella's great for lots of things. Just when you need just a little bit extra, you know, or you just want to highlight something. I'll just do these pieces again. And you can see I'm not really, I'm not, you know, doing each dot individually. I'm just going around following the line of dots with a little bit of sparkle there. So that's got a bit of sparkle on it, which was an extra addition. Yep, and now we can put some dots down. Let's find the dots again. Let's just make this one a little bit different. One. We're just going to follow the line of the dots here. Just putting them in a different position is all. There. So there's the third card. 3 cards in half an hour, ladies, is pretty good going. So let me just bring them all down so you can see them all. 1, 2, and 3. This is the detailed card, and you can see the sparkles on it now a little bit. This was the intermediate card, and this was a very plain and simple card, which is still a beautiful card, still a lovely card. So that's it for this week, everybody. If you sell your card, these are my cards, I made them. If you want to copy them, by all means do so. If you sell your cards, put the Stampin' Up Angel stamp on, which just says all the supplies used are Stampin' Up supplies. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.